and you expect that maybe in the next over or two that you're going to see spinners coming in for the Blackhawks. So I think it's a good move to give Juari an opportunity to come in, have time to bat if he's going to be effective, and he will have time to construct an innings. I'm not expecting Juari to come in and to have to go at it immediately. Good move.
Rebuilding time. He's playing at a fresh one. He's out caught behind. Sween is on fire here. Juari Edwards doesn't know anything what is happening. He played a loose shot outside edge, and Joshua Thomas took a straightforward catch. Libarta are on top here.
Uncharacteristic of what I expected of Juari Edwards. I was just mentioning that I don't expect him to go after the bowling first up, and his first delivery, he was, he flashed at it. Edge found, catch taken, not what they would have wanted from Juari Edwards being promoted up the order. Now is the opportunity. I think Scott should come as well. Come out to the party. You are the captain. Come and look to lead from the front. So I am hoping that right now Kenrick Scott would be the batsman that is coming in.
33 for 3. It's all happening here. Can you believe it? The champs have turned up. What a screamer by Hayden Walsh. First, a beautiful Yorker, and then a stunning catch at backward point by Hayden Walsh, and then all of a sudden a nothing shot from Juari Edwards. Who's this?
They've sent Damien Lowenfield.
Lowenfield comes out.
I'm a little surprised. I was expecting Kenrick Scott, the captain, to be coming at this stage. Lowenfield having not been featured in the tournament so far. I'm not sure what kind of form he's in, and especially coming in at a time when they are in a little spot of bother. Yes, the scoring rate was up, but they've lost 2 quick wickets, and bringing in somebody who has not necessarily featured in the tournament so far, I think is a risk for Empire, but we will see. Maybe it could be something good as well.
Umpire Jacqueline Williams, international umpire, standing here in the final along with Bernard Joseph. He's driving loosely. Oh, he almost lost his off stump.
Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. Having not been playing over a period of time, he would come in and not be in the best of form. So you would see him playing at deliveries like those because he had not been. He's not in any form. He's not been playing. So surprised that they sent him at this stage.
If you're a leader, you have to take the team on your back. You have to take responsibility. Gotta come out and bat. 33 for 3. Lowenfield down the onside. Umpire Jacqueline Williams signals a wide, but his leg stump was exposed there.
It was exposed. I'm surprised that umpire Jacqueline Williams called that one a wide when I had the opportunity to look at the change in the laws of the game. That one looked as if Lowenfield had come inside to cause that ball to go down the leg side. Lucky to have gotten that one wide. But who am I to question Jacqueline?
34 for 3. Ken, another wide signal again. And Sween is looking for that leg stump. And Lowenfield is reacting pretty late there.
Yeah, you can see what Sween is trying to do. Sween is trying to target that leg stump, and he's also looking for that because he has that man down on the deep square leg boundary. So he's looking to entice Lowenfield to play that shot, looking to bring that man into play. The boundaries are a little further back tonight than we've seen them, especially on the western side. So the batsmen have to be careful because they have to really hit them well.
Lowenfield is going for that one, but it rushed him, so he really couldn't get the proper connection onto it. Kadim Phillip just ambles across, and straight away Lowenfield gets a single. That one rushed him, but because he's been out of cricket form, he will not be able to make proper contact. 36 for 3.
Played that shot 3 times in a row in that over, Lowenfield, and not making any real contact. That last one, even though he has made contact, wasn't a substantial contact.
The right-hander Tyrone Williams, who's been very quiet, he's 4 from 7. He's looked at all of the action. He's seen 3 wickets gone already. The fans have come out from the St. Paul's area. They're here. The Hawks are here. Empire Nation, they're also here too. Here's Williams steering this one down to the boundary for 4. Wide delivery. And just open the faces of the bat. That's what he does, Tyrone Williams. And so a boundary of the last over. Rakim just put his head down like, no.
Yeah,
but it's gone.
And again, just the consistency that Rakim Cornwall has been looking for. But that's the beauty of the left and right hand combination. Because he was targeting that leg side for the left-handed Damian Lowenfield. With the changeover to the right-handed Tyrone Williams Jr., that ball that would have been wide to Lowenfield now becomes meat and drink to Tyrone Williams on the offside. So, just the consistency again lacking on the part of the bowlers of the PIC Pic Libarta Blackhawks. Even though they've gotten 3 wickets, Empire still scoring at a very healthy rate at 10 runs per over.
But you know the trick to this, Denmore, because they've got so many spinners. You're talking about Cornwall, James, Walsh, Karima. Cornwall is entrusted Spencer and says, you have to step up. You're a first-class player. Come and bowl the ball for me. Lowenfield just driving up to Bailey.
And I personally think that is a good decision. With Lowenfield new to the crease, it sort of gives Javier Spencer just that little bit of leeway to maybe not be at his best bowling against a batsman who is not in form, who has not been involved in this tournament, that is still trying to find his way, and might allow him to steal in an over that is not so expensive. But we'll see.
Williams waits, gets a wide delivery, and is still trying to flash at it. He could have just got an edge and nicked off into the keeper, Joshua Thomas. 42 for 3.
Still needs Javier Spencer still has to be consistent, still has to hit that hard length and get his line correct as well. He's pushing the ball too much towards the off stump.
Yeah, we break for a while. Tucked up onto the leg side. So we go up to now 43 for 3. What sort of score you think Denmore they'll be thinking about?
They need to at least get to 150, 160 might be, a decent enough total for them to think that they can defend. They have a good, strong bowling lineup.
Don't feel again going for a big heave. Leroy Lugg coming in there. Leg by signal now by Bernard Joseph.
And this is what I was talking about with Lowenfield, because Lowenfield is not in form.
No, not a leg by. He got bat into that.
So some of those deliveries that an informed batsman, somebody like a crosser, someone would have dispatched, goes for only a single, which would buy Javier Spencer just a little bit of reprieve.
1 for 30. Williams wait, tucking him up. And can't score. They gotta get deep into the crease then more. You get deep into the crease, you can roll the wrist and play that ball down to deep backward square down to Karima.
Still no footwork from the right-handed Tyrone Williams Jr. Just getting himself trapped on the crease, so he's not able to really access those deliveries. Those are free deliveries that he should be scoring from.
It's fast and furious here in the finals. And it's a big one, as they would say. Turning this into the leg side area. Sween comes off of the fine leg boundary and rifles a return to Joshua Thomas. Score in the meantime goes up to 45 for 3. Coming up next is Melinda Farrell and Roland Butcher.
In terms of score, Empire Nation would have scored pretty well in the power play overs. They've kept their scoring rate up. It's now at 9.31. So they've kept up the scoring rate, but they've lost far too many wickets.
Down the onside, big save by Joshua Thomas that came off of the pad. And so the end of 5, 45 from 3. More coming from you, Denmore, and then with the voice of Melinda and Roland Butcher.
In terms of runs, Empire would be happy with having 45 so far in the first 5 overs, but they would be concerned that at this stage they would have lost 3 wickets, and 3 important wickets. They've lost Louis, they've lost Cross, and they've also lost Jawari Edwards in the process. So the Black Hawks are still in it because the Empire Nation, having lost those 3 wickets, they've not been able to run away. We've seen some very ordinary bowling coming from the Black Hawks opening bowlers so far, but because of the loss of wickets, the Black Hawks can still consider themselves to be in a good position.
Thank you very much, Denmore. Thank you to Vernon. What an intriguing match we have set up here as Dexter Sween, who's taken 2 for 13 of his first 2 overs, continues from the Sir Andy Robert end, with Tyrone Williams Jr. on strike, or has a big slash at that one but doesn't make contact. A very, very warm welcome to the first time today to the commentary box, former England international but of course Barbados born. It's Roland Watcher.
Yeah, thank you, Melinda, and it's great to be here at this final. Lots of excitement in the crowd as well as on the field. We've had some good stroke play, wickets falling. First 5 overs been extremely exciting.
They certainly have. The excitement started with the wicket on the first ball. Incredible start. And again, that ball nipping away and unable to make contact. So just slowing things down, and the run rate has been pretty good all up in the first 5 and a bit overs, but it's the wickets that have fallen that are the big worry for Empire Nation.
Yes, and the batsmen in particular who have lost their wickets. I think Tyrone Williams is getting a little bit frustrated here. He's just thrashing at the ball, not really keeping his head still.
Oh, and he had a little flirt with that one. Just fenced at it a little bit and was lucky not to pick up the edge.
Yes, that's a good delivery. Good areas, moved off the seam. He really was in no position to play a shot at that. Just fended at it. Best he could have got was an outside edge, and that would have been the 4th wicket.
There is protection as well down in deep third man. Oh, he is getting very frustrated, Tyrone Williams, and if he's not careful, he's going to be walking back to the dugout soon.
Yeah, I think more importantly for Empire Nation is that he gets some sort of contact on the ball, because he's so far away from it, he's not even close to hitting it. And this has been a very, very good over so far. He's getting some good swing away from the right-handed batsman.
He gets hold of that one and he puts it away as well. Splits the fielders, gets through mid-wicket, and that is a cool and smooth boundary for Tyrone Williams. So perhaps just relieving a little bit of that frustration that had built up with 4 dot balls.
Much more comfortable with that delivery. It was halfway down, so really not as testing as the previous 4 deliveries. Gave him the opportunity really to play the cross-bat shot. He played it pretty well.
So might that be the relieving that they need to really break the shackles here? That one just leapt up at him a little bit, but he was able to get on top of it, keep it down, and so it's a single to finish. 5 runs coming from Dexter Sween's over there. He's 2 for 18 after his 3, and after the power play it's 50 for 3. So you see, it's been a great atmosphere down here. I was outside for the start of that game, and honestly, you would have thought this place was packed to the rafters. The scream and the horns of vuvuzelas going off when Javier Spencer got that first wicket of Micaiah Louis.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I would imagine the whole village of Libarta will be here tonight. I'm sure that can be confirmed by Vernon at some point, but you're right, I was out on the balcony just taking in the atmosphere, and it was certainly like the Coliseum.
Very exciting. Then he seemed to almost be a bit overexcited by taking that wicket first up, because we saw him spray the ball a little bit after that, but the wickets have come. I thought Matthew Cross looked really good early on, and it looked like he was going to be a real danger man, but now the pressure or responsibility really on Lowenfield and Tyrone Williams Jr.
Yeah, the scoring rate's pretty good. Can't complain about that. Perhaps one wicket too many.
And that's flayed away. It won't get 4 runs.
I think he certainly got away with that delivery. It was short, it was wide, inviting to be hit. It just needed to get it 3 or 4 yards wide of that long off. And certainly would have had a boundary.
So Kadeem Phillip has come on with his left arm orthodox. First time we've seen spin tonight. Have a lot of spin options, the Blackhawks. They're blessed with a range of choices. And different types of spin as well. In the semi-final against Boland's Blasters, well, they blasted them out for 17 overs, but they used nine bowlers in total in 17 overs. Quite incredible. And he's just played that one across the line. They'll get a single for it. They only needed 2 batters to actually chase it down. You were prevented from being here for the semi-finals because of the inclement weather, Butch.
Yes, it was not very nice where I was. In actual fact, it literally rained all of that evening, and then during the night it was torrential. I got up during the night and come back to that in a minute.
He's across the line again. Just be a single out to deep mid-wicket.
Yes, made my way to the bathroom, and then on the way back I just suddenly the feet went up in the air.
Oh no!
Lights on to find that there was a pool of water.
Oh dear.
It was quite scary.
Oh, I'm glad you're okay. We're glad you're okay. We're glad you're with us here for the big final. Just leans back and slashes that one away down to deep cover area. So another run. There was a little bit of rain around here earlier, of course, delayed the first match by about 15 minutes, but it's been pretty good here so far. Very muggy conditions today.
Yes, I was at Coolidge today. We did have a downpour in the afternoon.
Just a little flick that sends Kadeem Phillips running to field off his own bowling and finish off the over. And so they march on trying to rebuild after losing those early wickets. 55 it is now, 55 for 3 after 7 overs.
Well, the Blackhawks won't be too unhappy with singles being taken. If they get 5-6 singles and over, they'll be quite happy with that. Once they keep the boundaries down. Lowenfield looks as if he's a player lacking in power. So really his role should be to knock the ball around and try and get some momentum into the team. It doesn't strike me as somebody who's a big hitter of the ball.
And that one just played safely away. Just having a bit of a look at Kofi James, who of course has been one of the stars, if not the star, of this year's edition of the tournament. Oh, and he's lucky there. He's got the outside edge and it's gone so fine. And in fact, it's going to go all the way for a cool and smooth boundary.
Yeah, that's a very good edge. And when you nick them, that's the result that you want. James bowls at quite a pace. So there's no question about the ball not carrying to the boundary once it comes off the edge, provided it doesn't go straight to the fielder. And that one was certainly he was playing through the onside, the ball went straight on.
Yeah, 12 wickets in the tournament so far for Kofi James. He was the highest run scorer until he was overtaken by Jewel Andrews earlier. Down on one knee, sweeps hard, sweeps all the way. That's another cool and smooth boundary. So Well executed shot there by Tyrone Williams Jr.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Picked the length right, hit it very, very hard, because there is a man out at the square leg boundary, and he was still able to beat him to his left. Struck with good timing and good power. So that will make certainly the Empire Nation feel a little bit happier.
Yeah, Jewel Andrew taking over the runs department earlier. Thought about a drop and run, but Kofi James was quick. I'm sure that Kofi James would like to get out there and score a few runs tonight and get that back.
Absolutely, and I think above all he would really want to be lifted that trophy. And we think that's their main aim tonight would be.
I'm sure it would. He might take it in his mind that he could do two jobs in one.
And this could be some extras. Wayward throw, backing up, not of the highest standard. Just the two.
We've seen some terrific fielding tonight. A blinding catch by Hayden Walsh Jr. That was something else. So it's been a lot of entertainment, and of course everyone, I think, expects the Black Hawks to win tonight.
Yes, they do, but it doesn't always go to script. And where the Black Hawks may be huge favourites, just need a little bit of inspiration by one or two players, either with bat or ball, from Empire Nation. All those plans could go out the window.
Indeed. Well, 11 runs coming from Kofi James first over. 66 for 3 it is after 8. So they are actually doing quite well, Empire Nation, in keeping the runs ticking along, even though they lost those 3 early wickets. And it felt very dramatic, one going on the first ball, 2 in 2 balls to Dexter swing. But they're regrouping somewhat now.
Yeah, this partnership is now starting to build. As I said, I think Lowenfield has an important role to play. Once he doesn't try to match Williams in terms of stroke play, he just be the anchor, and obviously the left-right combination. That will cause some problems for the Black Hawks.
Well, I just mentioned Hayden Walsh Jr. and that brilliant catch in the field to the Smiths' Matthew Cross. Well, he's now coming into the bowling attack. So many spin options available, of course, to the Black Hawks. They've got them coming out their ears. And first up, just troubling Tyrone Williams there.
Yes, I think he got away with that one. Williams would be pretty disappointed having missed out on that loosener from Walsh.
Oh, and that's fine again, and that's going to be 4 again. Another cool and smooth boundary, and that's a wide. So 4 wides, not exactly what Hayden Walsh Jr. would have been aiming for, to say the least.
Yeah, just keeper not getting across quickly enough on the leg side, and certainly misdirected ball by Walsh. Empire Nation wouldn't mind. That's 4 more to the total.
It certainly is, and they're going to need every single one of those. Took 2 for 20 in the semi-final, did Hayden Walsh Jr. And that's good placement, good running. Just hurrying the fielder and nipping through for a quick single.
Yes, nicely placed. Just getting on top of it, steering it. Not with any great power, but just back with a point. Picks up an easy single. And not hearing the same sort of applause from the Black Hawk fans at the moment. They're rather quiet right now.
And that's a better delivery by Hayden Walsh Jr. Yeah, that's such a popular club, aren't they? Of course, a lot of support for Rakeem Cornwall, Rakeem the Dream, born in Liberta. Oh, he's got squirted that off the outside edge into the outfield, and that's been taken at long off. So that is another wicket to fall for Empire Nation, the fourth wicket to fall, in fact. 4 for 77 in the Australian way, 77 for 4 in the country I'm now in, Antigua, of course. But just as you felt partnership was building, it goes down again.
Yeah, that's very poor cricket by Lowenfield, really not understanding his role in that partnership. You know, his role was not one of trying to score. Should just be nudging it around. You've got Williams, who's going along nicely. Lowenfield, clearly you can see lacks power, so no need to try and play the same way as Williams. He's really put the team back in a little bit of bother now. Going along nicely, they're in. That's probably a little bit wrong, that scoreboard. It's probably over 70 or
yes,
the 70s.
Yeah, apologies at home. We seem to have an issue with the scoring ticker, but it is 72 for 4 at the moment. So hopefully we'll get that sorted out soon and have an updated score for you on screen.
Yeah, so he's obviously ended up gifting his wicket and really putting his team back into a little bit of bother with a new batsman coming to the crease.
Yes, it's Kenrick Scott, the captain. So yeah, Demwall Roberts and Vernon Springer. Surprised that he didn't come out earlier. I was wondering if it might be for, who knows why. It's still got another left-hander coming in, but what they really need now is a captain to lead from the front with the bat. 72 for 4. Just a little bit of caution first up. And we saw the Blackhawks absolutely pulverise Boland's Blasters in the semi-final, the most lopsided game of the tournament. Down and sweeping. There's a question being asked, but the answer is no from the umpire. Is that going to go all the way? It does. So it didn't look like it was travelling too far. I wondered if the fielder on the other side might have had a chance to get there, but in the end it is a cool and smooth boundary, a very welcome one, and that is signalled leg by, so it has come off the knee pad, and that is now 76 for 4 at the end of the 9th over.
Some of the dancers they're back entertaining the crowd on the far side. Got 2 welcome boundaries, even though one was a wide and with leg buys. But I think Empire Nation will take them either way.
Yeah, there've been a few extras tonight. 21 so far. 21 extras. So that has actually really helped Empire Nation along the way, even though they have lost those wickets. Just clipped away, beats a fielder inside the circle, but they'll just get a run for it as Kofi James continues his spell. Just taking his time, Kenrick Scott, as he comes in here with his team in a little, well, are they in trouble or not? They're going okay, but it feels very knife-edged, doesn't it?
Well, it's fairly evenly balanced at this stage.
As they take another single, the problem is there's so much firepower in the Blackhawks batting lineup. We saw Leroy Lugg in particular. He absolutely blitzed the ball, blitzed it all round. They chased down the Boland's Blasters, they chased them down in 4.2 overs. Yeah. It was quite an extraordinary effort. Down on one knee, sweeping hard, and hard enough as well. That was perfectly placed, that shot. The dive from the fielder, unable to do much, and that is another cool and smooth boundary.
Yeah, very well played there by Williams once more. Picking the length, and that makes the shot by Lowenfield even more ridiculous when you think that Williams was in control of this innings. If you looked at the scoreboard now, Melinda, and you saw only 3 wickets down, then you would be so happy at this stage.
So they are up for this, Empire Nation. You can really see that. Desperately wanting to prevent the Black Hawks from going 3 in a row. There's a shy at the stumps, but it's wide. And so they scamper through safely for a single.
Yes, well played again by Williams. After the sweep, just guiding the ball on the onside and rotating the strike.
Just jammed his bat down on that one. So 83 for 4. You're pretty happy for that 9.5 overs. Halfway mark, you could be pushing for a really big score if you can
maintain the wickets to the end.
And that is another single to finish off Kofi James over. So 84 for 4 after 10. Pretty decent start by Empire Nation despite losing 4 wickets. That may be the key as this game moves on. Just going to leave you with some final words from Butch, and then we'll hand over to Vernon Springer and Demo Roberts.
Yes, even though Empire Nation have been losing wickets steadily, one thing that has remained constant is that they've kept on scoring. So that's, that gives them a good opportunity. If you're losing wickets and the scorecard is not moving, then that is a problem. So far, they have done pretty well, and that's mainly down to Tyrone Williams.
Thank you very much, Butch. Wall starts from the circle Lambrazon to Scott. Kukuli's gone crossing, doesn't know anything about it. Denmore. I don't know how nobody has picked it up yet, but we're looking at the positioning of Joshua Thomas to the right-hander. His left foot is round about the line of the middle stump, which means that he's peeping, he's unsighted.
Something we've seen all tournament. He's not had the adjustment. I'm not sure if the Blackhawks camp, they have not listened to our commentary. Because that's something that we picked up probably since the first match.
Now, you keep talking all the time, Denmore, about Scott playing cricket shots and not trying to improvise anything. Tonight is a night where he just needs to turn up.
Yeah, we've seen an attempted reverse sweep in this one, and then he's looking to sweep against the Googlies from Hayden Walsh Jr. Doesn't seem to have it together as yet, though.
Here we go. Hayden Walsh to Scott, quicker, faster delivery. Where is he going? He's just put himself under some pressure, Kenrick Scott. He's a good cricketer, had a stint in England last year, and you would have hoped that would have settled him down. It would have taught him some leadership and maturity, but he's come back and you see glimpses, but not consistent enough.
Probably not understanding his game, especially his role in a T20 tournament. And if he understands that he just has to bat normally, then he will be a so much better T20 cricketer.
He's sweeping that one. Oh, Joshua Thomas couldn't get that one under edge, and he was unsighted. He was looking all around, but he landed just behind him in the process. Needs to get his right foot outside the line of the off stump, especially to the left-handers, so he can have a clear pathway to see where the ball lands. He's peeping. Scott is driving out to cover. Who's coming around there? Kareem Agor. He's been quiet all day, Denmore.
Yeah, an excellent over though by Hayden Walsh Jr. Just a single from it, coming at a critical stage, and it has brought the run rate down to below 8 for the first time in the innings. It's an opportunity there. Scott not reading Hayden Walsh at all in that over, and Hayden Walsh was able to sneak in a key over for the Blackhawks. 5 dot balls and then that final single there. But I keep saying that Scott has to understand what his role is for Empire, and his role is not going to come in and be a blaster, somebody that is going to hit the ball away. He has to understand that he has to be an anchor. He has to be the one that looks to push the ball into the gaps, run plenty. When he gets a bad delivery, put it away. People like...
Here is Scott back and forcing this out.
People like Athens and so on are there. They will come at the end of the innings and look to throw their bat around. They can do the power. What Scott has to do is set it up for Empire. He has to get them in a position where they have wickets in hand, and they're in a situation where they can then cause those batters at the end to come and have a go.
Williams 35 from 31. Raheem Cornwall just rubbing away at this ball. You could feel the Drew outside. Then more. Here's Williams tugging this one out to Davison. No need for him to try that. He could have just hit that down the ground. Then more. He got there, but he's still trying to get his bottom hand to go across the line.
Has to be careful. Can't afford to throw his wicket away at this stage.
Kenrick Scott, Raheem Cornwall. Every now he takes the rag, because the Drew's been so heavy here from Jacqueline Williams. Here is Scott back and trying to beat Davison at backward point. Can't go there. Trying to give himself room to go leg side of the ball. No need for that. Can stand up and spank the ball down the ground and get a single.
The ball seems to be turning a little bit too, so he has to be mindful of that.
Cornwall around the wicket to Scott. Scott is hitting this one out to the sweeper on the offside. He's taking out one of the markers inside the 30-yard circle. I don't know if anybody else would have seen it then more, but we did see it. Oh, Leroy Lugg spotted it. He's going to retrieve it now. So a boundary there to Scott. Use his feet. And when he got there, Kofi James almost about to pull off a screamer, but it went through him.
Yeah, again, a little bit of a let off there for Scott. But he got away with it though. He would be happy that he got a boundary from that, because it was a good over so far. Before that boundary from Raheem Cornwall, he had just 4 singles coming from his first over. So that boundary right at the end would have been helpful for Empire in order to keep their scoring rate up. They're still scoring over 7, almost 7 3/4 per over. So although they would have lost the 4 wickets, the scoring rate continues to be good. So they would be happy so far. They're in 93 for 4 with 8 overs to go, 48 deliveries. So it puts them in position to put a good total on the board.
Somebody has to bat deep, and it has to be Tyrone Williams Jr. He cannot get out at this time. Start, stop. You stop Hayden Walsh. Hayden Walsh is saying, what happened? You afraid of me? You can't handle me?
Maybe just part of the psychology, just putting Hayden Walsh off of his rhythm.
It's a hot night here. Jammed with action here at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. Official opening of the 4 Nights Academy tonight. National Hero and all of the Knights were here. Here is Kofi James, not Kofi James, sorry, Williams just paddling this one around. Big save there from Kareem Agor. Only Kareem Agor. Minimize that down to 1 run.
Yep, picking it up quickly and having a good throw back alongside the stumps for Joshua Thomas. So that's the kind of effort Raheem Cornwall is going to those fielders, and Kareem Agor coming up trumps on that occasion.
94 for 4. Scott again is trying something different.
Yeah, trying that reverse sweep that is not on. Push the ball into the gap, Scott, and the acres of space on the inside. Pick up the singles. Wait for the bad balls.
He's scooping this one in the air. Lug is coming around. The spin. He stops it and they get 2 runs quite easily. So 2 runs in the process. Score in the meantime goes up to 96 for 4.
Yeah, Empire continuing to just try and score, keep scoring, and that's going to be important that they keep the scoreboard ticking over and look to set the Blackhawks a reasonable total to chase tonight.
It was just making a slight adjustment. He's brought Lug, not Lug, in fact, Sween, just a little real fine. So if Scott wants to try that shot, he can go again. This time it goes right down to Leroy Lug. He's thinking about 2, but he won't get 2 this time. Beautiful and a powerful throw from Lug on the top of the stump.
Yep, good feeling and good throw as well. Kenny Benjamin always says that it's good throws that run people out, not good fielding.
4 runs off the over so far, 97 for 4. Into the 13th over of play. $97 for 4. As the process continues. Into the 13th over. He misstumped him. He pulled him down the track, and Joshua Thomas was juggling. He never got there. In the end, he was signaled a wide.
Yeah, looking to come forward, looking to put the pressure back on Hayden Walsh Jr. there, but in the end, signal called wide. Hayden Walsh continues to bowl well to the Empire players. Tyrone Williams Jr. on 38 of 34. You think he's going to be key today if they're going to really post a great total? Looking as if it's going to be somewhere in the region of 150. I think that they're going to need about 160, 170 to be certain.
Score goes up to 99 for 4 at the end of 13 overs.
Again, when you look at it from Hayden Walsh, 3, 4, 6 runs coming from that over there. So he again continues to be very, very tight in terms of his bowling. He's going to need a couple of other bowlers from the other end to keep up that kind of pressure. Because you tend to think that if the pressure builds on these Empire batsmen, they then stand an opportunity to make a mistake. However, Empire would be happy that at the end of 13 they're close to 100, which means that they're poised to put a good total on the board. That one is launched somewhere out. I saw him have an almighty swing at that one. Didn't seem to make contact. Now they're going to get the single down to that fine leg position. So the 100 has come up for Empire Nation. 100 for 4 in over number 14. And Tyrone Williams Jr., he's on 40.
100 for 4. It's gone through. Hits a rope. Poor effort there by Andre Bailey. You have to feel that. You can't get down into the accurate position and don't feel that ball.
Yeah, hasn't been a good day in the field for some of the Blackhawks fielders. We've seen, we've seen some poor effort by some of the Blackhawks fielders today, and that is one.
Scott back again. Davison putting his body on the line. Good stop. In the end, supported by Spencer. Cornwall just dragging that one down. 6 runs off the over. 33 from 30 is the partnership here. Williams, he has to bat as deep as possible.
Yeah, you tend to think that he's going to be important today. He's going to have to bat deep, bat close to the end, and look to carry the fight to the Blackhawks to the 106 for 4 with what? One delivery to going over number 14. So looks as if they're going to have a better score than they did in the preliminaries.
Ken Scott could look to hit that down the ground in 2 minds, changing his mind over number 14 bowled, and 106 for 4.
Yeah, Raheem Cornwall would have been disappointed with that effort in this over from Andre Bailey out in the boundary. A ball that was hit straight to him, got down in the long barrier position and allowed it to go past him into the boundary. Given the Empire Nation 4 runs that really should have just been a single. When you look at the over card, it would have been so much better if the card had just read dot 1-1, but that 4 in the middle there, because a bit of poor feeling, is not what the captain Raheem Cornwall would want at this stage.
Elaine Turner and her crew on the mound sorting themselves out. 106 for 4. On drive down the ground, getting an easy single. Kofi James comes off of that position and fires a return back to the keeper. 1 for 14 so far, Aiden Watts Jr. This has been an impressive spell so far.
Yeah, he's bowled well. Especially he's bowled well against the left-handed Scott tonight. Scott has not had the measure of him at all.
$107 for 4. I think we back up now, Denmore.
Yeah, we're finally hearing ourselves once again.
Out to Dexter Sween.
Dexter Sween is one that I personally feel has underachieved for the Blackhawks. Has not necessarily been on top of his game with his bowling and has not contributed very well with the bat so far in this tournament. So the Blackhawks, when whatever happens, and he's bowled him. What a poor shot that from Tyrone Williams Jr. backing away to delivery that was the googly, cut back at him, played a nothing shot, lost his stumps. He's on 42 and goes back for a poor effort. The Empire Nation, they're now 108 for 5, and Tyrone Williams Jr. going out to a very, very poor shot.
Denmore, you can't face 42 from 45. You're in the 15th over and out the way you're talking about game awareness. You stand between winning and losing this game. If he batted all 20 overs, Denmore, it means that he would have got closer to 70, 80, but he would be in. The new batter coming in will have to restart again.
Yep. A wicket that the Empire Nation didn't need to lose at this stage, and it wasn't necessarily a magical delivery. It was just poor cricket on the part of Tyrone Williams Jr. backing away and looking to force away a googly and missed it completely right onto his stumps. So Hayden Walsh continues to bowl well and continues to have a good spell here in this. He's at 2 for 15 so far, and he's halfway through his final over.
Coach Ian Tittle will be very disappointed, and Mr. Blacks, who coaching this team, you can't build that sort of pressure. You can't put the pressure on Pic Libarta Blackhawks and then let them in. You're in control of the game. You got to be able to make sure that you make them pay.
Yep, you got to look to back them out of the game. You got to look to put them under tremendous pressure. Somebody who has the ability to do that has come out. Looks as if it's Athens, and he's come out without headway, so he's come for business.
Googly first up.
Good first delivery from Hayden Walsh Jr. As you said, it was the googly. Just pitched a little bit too wide. It came back, but not enough into the gloves of Joshua Thomas.
He only know how to play one way, and he's gonna have a go. He's back and steering this into the offside. Lug comes around. He get one run quite easily. Runs on the board is runs on the board there.
Yeah, runs on the board, runs on the board. And what would really want to happen here, Hayden Walsh would be happy that even though Athens is coming in and Athens can be a destructive force, I think Hayden Walsh just has just a delivery, or also left in his spell. Just 2 deliveries left in his spell.
Here is Scott sweeping and sweeping well. 1 bounce for 4. Battle line delivery by Hayden Walsh. He knows that. Over comes to an end. 113 for 5. We'll hear more from Melinda Farrell. More comments from you, and then it will be a double change. And Roland Butcher will join Melinda.
Yeah, 113 for 5 with 5 overs to go. Empire would still be looking to try and get somewhere up to 150, 160 in the final 30 deliveries. So if they get a runner ball from here, end at 143, and they would hope that they could add on another 20 or so, get up to 160, and put the pressure back on the Blackhawks when it comes to the run chase.
Thanks very much, Denmore. Thank you, Vernon. So 5 overs to go in this first innings. It feels like this innings has sort of swayed back and forwards a little bit. The loss of Tyrone Williams Jr. in the last over could be really key. Cornwall continuing and just picking up the single there. Justin Athanase was terrific in the semi-final with the bat, and he's been an important contributor with the ball. They're going to need a lot from him tonight, Butch.
Yeah, he's in at the right time, actually. I mean, he's just got 5 overs to get on with it, put as many runs on the board as possible. The good thing is there's still 5 wickets in the shed, so I could imagine that certainly could get 150, 160 quite easily.
And that's been a good score in this tournament, generally speaking, but you have to contend with all the power that's in the batting lineup of this very successful Black Hawk side. He just has a little dab at that one. Shout from Cornwall, but umpire Jacqueline Williams stands firm.
Yes, obviously if you could get Lug out early, one thing that will do is actually slow the scoring rate down, because if he gets off to a quick start, then momentum is built from that and the team will feed off that. So his wicket is a very important one.
Just a little bit of a discussion going on before the next ball's bowled. Oh, a drop and run, and there was just enough vacant space there, so I didn't think Kenrick Scott was too keen on that at first, but they get through safely. No one wants to bowl this ball. We're just having a little wait here. Justin Athanase is just down on his haunches. Just wondering if he's got a little bit of a problem. And he's back up. looks like we're now ready to get underway. Well, he is off the back foot, but there's no way through point. This has been a good over so far by Rakim, just the 3 singles from it. So he tries the sweep and the ball just trickles off to the offside. So a really good over from Rakim, the captain, Rakim the Dream, just the 3 singles from it. And after 16 overs, the score is 116 for 5. So the momentum just slowing now, as you would expect with another wicket to fall, and the responsibility really on the captain now.
Yeah, he's the one that's set. He really needs Justin Athanaze to get into his stride pretty quickly as well, because these final 4 overs, obviously the whole game will hinge on what happens in these 4 overs, whether you'll set a competitive total to defend, or whether it will just be short of what it needs to be. We know the strength of the Black Hawk team, so obviously you've got to give yourself as good a chance as possible.
So we've got a bit of a conference happening at the moment as Rakim Cornwall talks to his bowlers and goes about setting the field, trying to just contain Empire Nation in these final 4 overs. They'll want to get in there and be as aggressive as possible. I don't think there's any other way they know how, and they certainly have the firepower to back that up. As we see Andre Bailey just going through his run-up. I saw him briefly before the match, and he said, I'm taking this one home. I'm taking this one home. So he was very, very keen for this, Andre Bailey. I think he wanted to get in here and have a bowl and have a big impact on the game. Now's his chance. It's just dabbed away. I'll get a single to third. Great to see the turnout as well. I love seeing the dancers here, flagmans here. They really have embraced it. It's a true spirit of a club-based tournament as well, where there's a real connection to the local community.
Absolutely, and that's what communities are about.
Just having a few delays while there's some adjustments made to the field. Deep backward square leg has gone out. Mid wicket has just come inside the circle. And just flays at that one, but it's fielded well on the circle. They're going to come back though for the overthrow. There was no backing up, so end up getting a couple of runs there. I think that was Ollie Davidson fielding square leg.
Yeah, good positive running, even though the batsman had run past the crease. Still able to recover and get the extra run.
Oh, he takes that one on the full, fires to the boundary, but a fielder awaits and cleans that one up, so they'll just get the single. So definitely things have slowed down a bit. Athanaze not got going yet. They need him to soon, with only 3.3 overs remaining.
Yeah, Bailey got away with that delivery. It was a full toss. It was powerfully struck out to deep extra cover. Fielder did very well to prevent it going for 4.
Athanaze on strike.